Today I messed up by ordering a half-priced lawnmower from a scam website. So about 2 weeks ago I was looking up push mowers, as I already have a riding mower but wanted to get to spots I can't reach on the rider. I did a quick Google search, and the first thing to pop up was Troy-Bilt with a 50% discount from all other companies selling the same mower, Walmart, HD, etc. I thought, hell, the manufacturer has it cheap on their site, I might as well go there. So I added it to my cart as a guest with my email address. I accidentally closed the page, and when I went back I had to make a new cart under guest again. This comes back later. I clicked on it, and was brought right to a very professional troybilt.com website. I placed my order and awaited tracking. 5 days went by without tracking update, so I called Troy-Bilt. They looked up my info and said they couldn't find anything. After a couple minutes the person asked, "Did you order from troybilt.com or troybilts.com?" Note the S at the end. I quickly went to my email because they sent me a message about the first cart not being finished. This is where I realized that the order was indeed from Troy-Bilts with an S. They informed me they have been trying very hard to get the site taken down because it's fraud. My credit card shows it went to a charity called Clarksburg History. I am now waiting for Amex to remove the charge for fraud and don't have a push mower to cut hazard spots in lawns. Today I messed up by sending all my money to a scam seller. I, 21M, was looking for a new phone at a good price and found one on Facebook Marketplace at a stealing price, brand new and sealed, and I messaged the seller if it was available. After asking a few questions if it was legit and can be delivered, and OFC they were, the seller told me to send the shipping info and half the value of the phone, and so I did. But shortly after I got an SMS the transfer was refused and will be refunded soon. Here's when my stupid mind started. Instead of waiting if I'll be refunded or not, and OFC the seller said if I don't try again he'll not ship the product, I did the same thing again and again. Every time I did this I got the same SMS. But at one point I also got a verification message which told me to send my card info. Of course I was an idiot. This way, the seller got my last money and still blames they didn't receive it. And immediately after I checked the app I realized my bank account was empty. Even though it was too late, I blocked all my cards and announced my bank about the refused transactions. And let's not forget I reported it to the police with the entire conversation, waiting for a response. For now, none of my 1.8k euros were recovered. Since then, every night I was crying myself to sleep for how stupid I was, even if I was aware about such scams before. Today I messed up by being a moron online. Last 3 weeks been texting a girl that responded to a Warhammer post of mine on Instagram and we talked about nerd shit for a while. Couple days ago she wanted to sext, and given how the convo started I thought it couldn't be a scam. Today she messages asking for 50 for some BS. I told her I don't send internet people money, and she threatened to send my nudes to everyone that follows me. Now, I'ma call that bluff and just block her, but damn I'm really fucking stupid. She specifically said she would send everything to my mother, but I actually lamau. Now if she sent everything to old friends and shit that is gonna be rather awkward. Minor hiccup in life, I'm mostly disappointed cause she actually seemed interested in how my day was going most days. Today I messed up by loudly, apparently bumping uglies with my fiancé for 2 years assuming my neighbor didn't hear any of it. My fiancé and I are getting married in a week. There's lots to plan and people we wanted to invite specifically, one of them being our elderly neighbor that we share a wall with. We walk over to invite him and after the invitation the conversation soon glides into our plans for after the wedding. We mention we're going to honeymoon at the beach but that we're going to have to take my partner's mom with us so she can watch our baby. She can't spend that type of time away from us yet and as long as my future mill doesn't butt in too often I don't mind. My neighbor then retorts, well make sure she has a room on the opposite side of the hotel, with the sort of things I hear through the walls, you'd mortify her. We both turned a bright shade of scarlet red but no our neighbor doesn't stop there. He then says without missing a beat I mean seriously, I have to turn up my TV to hear anything over the screaming. Dear Jesus, in that moment everything lurched to a grinding halt around me. I wish I could have leapt out of my skin and into the abyss. I have never felt this level of embarrassment before. It's really hard to get my goat as I'm shameless in the worst of ways at times. It always get my partner to ask if we were being too loud and he said he couldn't hear anything so I assumed we were okay. I was led to believe that he was sort of deaf so I just screwed my partner silly without a second thought for 2 years. And he didn't have a thing to say until now. Now, to my horror man I've only said maybe a total of 5 words to knows exactly how I sound when I do the horizontal tango. I'm not sure if I can look him in the eye anymore. Do I send him an apology bouquet and some earplugs? Today I messed up by wearing a low neck top to lunch. So not actually today but about a year ago. I had been dating my now boyfriend for a couple of months and this was the first time I was supposed to meet some of his friends. They were having lunch at a restaurant and I came late to join them. We were 5 people around the table. 2 of them were another couple, they were really boring and uptight, my boyfriend thinks so as well, They aren't close friends. So, we sit there for a while and out of nowhere my boyfriend loudly whispers to me, "Honey, you got a little nip slip." I look down and my whole fucking boob is hanging out of my top. Fortunately I'm really chill when it comes to my breasts, so as casually as possible I just say oops and put it back in the top and laugh a bit. I look at the other couple and the guy's face is red as a lobster and his girlfriend is watching him dead in the eyes. They have never talked to me after that. Me and my boyfriend thinks this is hilarious. I'm so glad he isn't ashamed of me.